What's going on, guys? It's Madman Plant. We are here on a big stage. This is the marketing forum room, and I'm with Corvain Cooper, the founder of 40 Times. And we're going to talk a little bit about mental health, clarity, and his story. So thank you for everything that you do with people in general. As Smoke Busters and Madman Plant, we're always focused on mental health and clarity. And when you look at cannabis incarceration, it's hard to fathom why some people are even in jail. Let's start with your story a little bit and the passion and the mindset of going through 9 years for your cannabis.
It's kind of being from California, going through it as it being legal and actually being taken away, and they had more marijuana stores than liquor stores in California. That's when you kind of felt it. But when you really felt it is when it's like you look up on CNBC and see it on the stock market, right? So if people can make billions of dollars, why is anyone supposed to be in jail for something that you can make billions of dollars for on the stock market?
Now, when you were in prison, obviously you met a lot of other people in the community that are there for cannabis-related, nonviolent. Talk about their attitudes and the mindsets of them. Do they see hope and positive change like you did and then becoming the founder of 40 Tons? Or what is their mindsets like about everything?
The people that are currently locked up now that I talk to, like Parker Coleman, which is our co-defendant, who's serving 60 years for cannabis crimes, who's missed all his 20s, right? So he's been in there for 15 years. Edwin Rubies has been down 25 years on a 40-year sentence. Muhammad Tahir has been gone for a minute. All the people that we advocate for now, some of them, you talk to them, their mentality is more positive than people on the street. Edwin Rubies has gotten 3 degrees since he's been in prison, right? So, they want to be free and all, but sometimes it's crazy how you talk to them and they're more giving you more motivation than a person that you can call on the streets. So it's you could tell that it's really getting to them by living in a bathroom with another man for years, but they're still positive in a lot of ways.
Now, as somebody that's facing like 60 years in prison, has missed their good part of their 20s or 30s, how does that positivity develop in a place where it's considered like hell in some ways? Like, how did you find that and that peace and that serenity to say, what, after this, I want to do something with this?
I think with bought the statement where clemency is better than the lottery. I trademarked that. I own that. It's because you can get money and throw it away, but getting your freedom back, it's just the ultimate, prize. So I had to pave the forward and do something with my second chance for the people that are still stuck behind. So, it's like I had to use it as purpose. Like I have to use my purpose, and my purpose is to bring light to the other people that were in the same situation that I was in. Because when I was locked up, I had a good push from my attorney. I made it to the front page of New York Times.
Oh, that's
I did
awesome.
BET while I was in there. Nas did a documentary on me called The Up and Smoke. I had the biggest segment on there. I did Complex, National Geographic, Business of Drugs, episode 5. So I did a lot. I had 179,000 signatures from people from America. That's my change.org. So, the enlightenment of bringing a lot of attention to my case is what got me out.
We talked about this, or your partner did today in the forum, about authenticity and brand storytelling. So you would say that you believe that storytelling, it really is what got you to your freedom, being able to share that with the masses and then be able to educate people.
Yeah, I believe that's for sure what happened.
So tell me a little bit about that process. Like, how does the first move happen to the day that you are free? Because it seems like
it started with the change.org, and then how we got to the front page of the New York Times. My attorney, Patrick Maguro, he said, "How are you going to let your friends out and leave Corvain Cooper in there?" And that made it to the front of the New York Times, and it just kept going and going and going, and then got on Trump's desk. Yeah.
Now, looking back on it, on your mental health status, would you say that there were times where you felt like you were never going to get out and that everything that you were doing was kind of pointless and hopeless at times?
Towards the end, I mean, I got shot down by the Obama administration, but I was still, they really want you to do close to 10 years when you're trying to get a clemency or pardon. And when I got to the end, Trump was going through a lot, so the person I'm dependent on getting out, he's going through voter fraud, he's going through storming the Capitol, he's going through tax evasion. So that's why it kind of meant a lot to me too, because to still dig back and get me after all the stuff that you're personally going through at the physical time, that I need you to sign it. You should care. That's the last thing you should care about, right? So, they didn't show. I didn't get to the last 2 minutes to 11:58. So, to sign it 2 minutes after that, he's no longer the president. He can't sign it. At 11:30, if you look on CNN, my name wasn't on the ticker yet. When you're getting a clemency, your name's on the bottom ticker of NPR or CNN.
Interesting.
Right. So I looked up at 11:30. I had to mentally get ready. Like, I got to do this time. I got to do this life sentence. And not only that, am I ever going to get a push like this again? I got a worldwide push. So, that's just different.
Now, obviously, the only thing I can really relate to you is I was once in an orphanage. I was adopted from Romania. So I was handpicked, by American family. In a way, you were handpicked. How does that make this mission and vision even more powerful than somebody that's just passionate about prisoners and cannabis?
Because I'm like speaking for the voiceless. You know what I mean? Like the people that can't speak for themselves, I know what they're doing. That's why we built the intake center. I know what it feels like to get intaken and stripping out of your clothes and somebody tell you to bend over and cough that you don't even know. So it's just it takes a person to have to go through it to know how to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say could improve in the justice systems towards cannabis users or cannabis type crimes that are nonviolent?
Change the conspiracy law. The conspiracy law is what was made for the mafia. It's no longer that many mafias or whatever is going on. So change that law, because you have a lot of people really stuck and living in a bathroom off the conspiracy law. Yeah. Some people are there for a half hour. Some people it's a lot of he say, she say. Change that where another person can put you in prison off of what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what needs to be changed.
I just really appreciate you taking the time out of your life to really do something. You could have gotten your freedom and just head to the beach and said, fuck everybody, I'm free, screw you. It takes a lot. With the 40 Tons movement, the ultimate goal is to help free everybody that's in prison or jail for cannabis non-violent crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back on this now, for the first day going in to coming out, what would you tell somebody that's in that position?
Just stay focused on what it is that you want to do, and don't give up. Like, never give up. I never gave up on my freedom. I never give up on my company. I never give up, period, so just don't give up. Like, fight through it all. Like, you only got one life to live, so just do it. Don't make any excuses, just do it.
That's awesome. Well, guys, we have a very short episode here. I want to invite you hopefully we'll get you on a full 2-hour segment. Those are virtuals. Love to go in more in depth with your story.
Yeah.
These are more to scratch the surface and everything.
Yeah.
But thank you for everything that you do. Your voice, your movement, the platform that you and your partner and his wife have created really speaks volumes to the equality and the vision of free cannabis one day, where we can all live in a space where we feel appreciated, we feel valued, and we don't have to be looked at as criminal or type of disruption to society.
I like that.
For people watching, how can we support 40 Tons?
Go to Corvain Cooper, follow me on Instagram, go to 40 Tons brand, go to 40tons.co, and just, follow the movement, see what it is, what we're doing. Check us out, follow the movement. You know what it is. Yeah.
Awesome, guys. See you very soon on the next podcast here at MJ BizCon. Peace. That was awesome. Thank you.